Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing tonight? See Angela and Ken and Mita. I'm so glad y'all are here with me. Angela, I was talking about you today. It was all good.
I hope it was.
It was just
I
inspiring. What's
I
that?
borrowed my daughter's computer so I could get on there and actually talk.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. No, I was just talking
I
about
don't have. I joined up Jason's 1 week the pandemic purge thing for next week. I'm going to try that.
good.
But I'm down 65 and a half pounds. I can't believe it. It's like, wow, I got a whole lot more to go, but I'll get there.
Good. Well, now you know what to do. That's the important part. You know what to do.
Yeah. And I had seen dozens of dietitians, weight loss doctors. Nobody could help.
Right.
They kept saying, well, you're doing everything right. Obviously not.
Right. They don't teach the secrets. They don't know the secrets. I'm so thankful that we have this. So Ken, I saw you on there for a second. Did you want to say hello? I would love to say hello. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I just got a house full of nieces and nephews or whatever over here right now. I was keeping it muted so I wasn't being interrupting everybody.
That's totally fine. You can mute while I'm doing all the talking and everything. I just wanted to say hello. We're so glad that you are here tonight.
Same here. I'm glad to be here too. I started physical therapy today with home health care, and I really impressed them or whatever with the just a little bit of mobility I'm getting with from the hydration and everything, and all doing a little better with my joints and not hurting and everything. So that's real good. I'm thankful for that.
Good. Me too. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that about your day. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And Mita's on here with us.
I went from permanent wheelchair now to I just need a walker in the house and short distances outside. So I'm hoping to get out of it completely by the time this weight's off.
That's me. I'm wanting to try to at least be able to walk to the mailbox or something other every day, just trying to build up to that much,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good. And Mita's on here. Hey, Mita. Hey, everybody on Facebook too. Y'all, we are on Facebook, just to let you know.
No problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, Facebook world. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this out on my own personal page, and then we're going to get started. I've been all over the place today.
Me too.
All right, please forgive me for that. I see Sherry Ditto has come on here with us. Hey, Sherry. Now, I want to know where all the people are. We started off this week with 19 people, and now we're down to 5.
Sorry, I was having trouble sharing it to the Facebook groups.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so I am super excited about tonight's webinar, though, because we're going to talk about some starter kit items that might be good, because it's those simple swaps that we make in Shibboleth that take us from fat storing meals to fat burning meals. So we're going to talk about those. We're also going to talk about extras, freebies, snacks, meal replacements, all those things that can make our life really easy. So let me share my screen and get to our website. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, hey, Patty Bass, I see you on Facebook, and Ginger, I see you, Ginger. So if you're watching on Facebook, please hit the share button for me. Just share it. You don't have to make a post or say anything. Just hit share and send it out. That would be awesome. That helps us. So right now I've gone to the fast track laps. Is anybody on here tonight having any issues finding these laps? Or do y'all know where these are? Cool. Okay, good. Awesome. So we're in lap 5. And this one says, familiarize yourself with void replacement resource. It says, check here to find approved replacements for some of your favorite things to avoid having an unplanned holiday. So this is for silver level members and up. So we're going to click there and look at all these different options right here. So I know that earlier in the week, Ken, was that you that asked about cornbread earlier in the week? Okay, I thought that was you. Look, let's see right here. Bob's red mill cornmeal. So if I click there, I think this is so funny. Do not eat it. In red bold letters, don't eat it. I mean, there's a warning. So, but what they give you the option of is this Bob's TVP, this textured vegetable protein, and you can click on there. Hey, Sherry, I see you on here.
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
If you like, I can search the web for. Hey.
You cannot say, hey, you know what, because all the things in your house start talking. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So it tells you to use this textured vegetable protein instead. And then look, there's even 2 videos, cheesy cauliflower rice modification and tuna patties. So yesterday when I said you're going to find all kinds of little nuggets all in this website, there you go. There's 2 little videos that if you hadn't been clicking around playing with this, then you wouldn't have found those. But this, I'm going to read this. If TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, is your only protein source, you may use up to 3/4 of a cup. Each quarter cup has 12 grams of protein. That's really great. See, protein is important. They have all the amino acids in it that we need, and they're the building blocks of life. Otherwise, you combine a portion with other proteins or use as a condiment. The textured vegetable protein or textured soy protein is made from reduced fat soybeans and is used to replace or extend ground meats. So maybe if you wanted to put something in a ground beef patty and make it like a little bit more meatloafy, this would be what you would want to use for that. This is an excellent substitution for ground meats, very low in calories with no fat and high in fiber. This product is considered a category 1 and 2. Now, remember, when something is considered 2 things, it has enough protein in it and enough fiber in it to be able to be qualified as both. This product will help boost your efficient fat burning. Plus, with no cholesterol and high fiber content, TVP is excellent for your long-term health. And if you wanted to watch more, you could do that. But, that didn't really, see, I got excited because I thought, oh, we're going to see something about cornmeal. But what I would do is go back into the recipe library and look up cornbread, because all of those things that are listed there, those things are how to make or category 2 fibers, carbs with which you can make a cornbread. So we want to do that. So as you're looking through here, can y'all read any of these? If you can, tell me one, just call out one that you want me to click on.
While you're doing that, I've got a little tidbit about that TVP.
Okay.
My sister and I make chili with it, and instead of the ground meat, we put that in there. And my sister's family has no idea that it's not meat.
Awesome.
So it does work really well.
Good. Okay. Wow.
She was
so-
having, yeah, see, she was having a hard time last year finding any kind of lean ground meat in Connecticut. So she made it with the TVP because she had that in her cabinet. And she said it was delicious. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Sherry. That is a wonderful. Does anybody else see anything on here they want me to click on that they may eat regularly that they want us to check out? Sherry, Sherry's muted.
Yes, the brownies.
Okay, we're going to click on brownie. It says, do not eat it. And then it says, don't eat just any old brownie when you're craving a brownie. Eat Me Guilt-Free has delicious brownies that are ready to eat and Shibboleth approved. There are several flavors listed separately in our grocery library with links to order directly from Amazon. If you can make your own you can make your own brownies using Pillsbury sugar-free brownie mix, following our instructions in the food library to make it approved. So as I was driving around in my car today and I was thinking about the Carb Quick that we talked about last night, first reason that Laura might not have been able to find that on there is because it's not spelled with a CK at the end. It's spelled with just a K at the end. So that might have been one reason if she was just misspelling those last two letters at the end. But I also wanted to make sure that y'all were aware not to use the recipes on the Carb Quick box because Carb Quick didn't take into account the other Shibboleth rules. Okay. Hello, little friend. The other Shibboleth rules. They didn't take into account the other Shibboleth rules. So you only want to use the recipes from the recipe library that include Carb Quick. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So when this says using the Pillsbury sugar-free brownie mix, it specifically says following our instructions in the food library to make it approved. So they're saying that you can buy that boxed mix, but don't just follow the recipe on the box mix. Use the additional information from the website to make the right thing. And then there's a Birch Benders double chocolate brownie a la cup. And then here's several Eat Me guilt-free chocolate brownie flavors. And then there is the Pillsbury sugar-free brownie mix following our instructions only. See, we don't leave anything to chance. Following our instructions only, so we try to tell you everything that we can. Anybody else see one on here?
I'm trying to get Landra on. She can't find the link to get in for some reason.
Did she register? I'm sure she did.
I could get on.
Oh, she's here. Okay. Hey, Landra. Glad you're here. Awesome. Okay. So what you would do right here, let me click on Aunt Jemima pancake syrup. Do not eat it. Okay. Replacements. And look at all these replacements. Tons of replacements. And so at this point in time, you just click on them. I like this one. So there you go. This would be what you would buy. Now it gives you the image so that you can see it and know what you're purchasing in the store. But if you want even more information, you click there.
Click where? Where did you click?
Where it said more info.
Oh, okay. My screen's got everybody's picture, half of it, and then the screen for the website is half. So.
Oh, that's interesting. See if you can take your mouse and put it on the splitter and pull that to the right. See if you can make it smaller because you should have.
Yeah, maybe that'll do it. Yes, that helps.
Okay, cool.
I kept going to the views, but it wasn't changing anything when I went to the views. So
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we'll just go. If I'm ever slow on this thing, it's because every time I put my mouse up at the top of the screen, the entire Zoom menu pulls down and blocks my view of what I'm doing. And that's very annoying. So the Log Cabin sugar-free syrup, I could click right there and get to it. But right here on this more info, I just click there and it takes it right there. So it's used as a condiment. You can have up to 50 calories of it as a condiment. And then there's even a recipe linked to it. So that's fun too. Now, if you wanted to add this to your grocery list right here, click grocery list, and we'll just keep building that Aldi grocery list from last night. And I just put it in my grocery list. So as you're playing around and you see things, you can do that. So this is one of those things that you just want to kind of glance at. And if you have ever eaten or are attracted to any of these things, click it so that you will know what your hey Laura.
Hello, I'm here. I had my other call today too. So
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And Laura, I just told them that one of the reasons that I think maybe you could not find Carb Quick on the website the other night is because Carb Quick is only spelled with a K at the end, not a CK, like Bisquick.
okay.
And that
Yes.
might have been it. That might have been it.
Did
So
somebody say they found it at Walmart?
I actually got mine at Walmart.
Wow.
I got mine at Walmart.
Well, I'll have to check Walmart and Kokomo.
yes, check the Walmart and then do me this favor, check the price and against the size that it is, and then see if Shibboleth's could still be a better deal because we have a big box and I don't know how big their box is. It was still better at Walmart, Angela? Okay.
I paid $17.99 at Walmart for the same size I got from the Shibby store for, I think it was $27 or $30, something like that.
Really?
I do
Okay.
know. I talked to a manager because I couldn't find it in the one in I couldn't find the one in Rome, and they said that they are going to probably stop selling it. So,
Well,
They
I'm
just-
in Wisconsin.
oh, so I don't know then.
Well,
I don't know if
another
they stopped
place-
selling it or not, but that's what they told me.
Another place
gone.
is Walmart online, because a lot of times I can't find things that I want, and I found Walmart online is fantastic. And if you buy $50, which is not hard to do, it's free shipping.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. If you use the app, the Walmart app, to be able to do Walmart.com, you'll find a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Well, even look, Reese's peanut butter cup. Let's click there. It says do not eat it. And then it explains why. And it tells you all of these other
fun.
options. This one is my favorite. The Russell Stover sugar-free. This one is delicious. All of their sugar-free candies work, but I particularly like the peanut butter one. So the reason that you want to have these things on hand is not just to plan in eating them. It's not like you want to plan these into your life. These are there to keep you from giving up a perfect day and utilizing something approved rather than something that's not approved. Oh, Pop-Tart. It says don't eat it. So you could do the Legendary Foods Tasty Pastry. And I just had this cinnamon and brown sugar one. It was so good. And then there's a Rip Van Waffles. I've never seen this one. Let's look at that. Okay. That looks yummy. So I'm going to click that. So I'm just inspecting it more. So we would use this as a snack. One waffle as a snack. It's a +1. So, that's not that great for weight loss. And then it says nutrition included is for Snickerdoodle, but all the flavors are the same. Yeah, I'm gonna heart that one and I'm gonna add it to my grocery list. Because I can always unheart things and I can always remove them from my grocery list. It's easier to unheart and remove from a grocery list than try to refine something that you may decide later that you're interested in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. So that's just what that task is. All that task is seeing the options. Do you see how what part of Shibboleth is you no longer have to wander around in the grocery store wondering. We don't have to wander or wonder because this website will tell you what is the swap for this, because that's always was my issue. I walk into the grocery store and I don't really know what to buy. So this website will tell you that. So that's about a void replacement, meaning you have a void in your life. You really liked that taste of that thing from before. How are you going to continue to enjoy that with the proper food? So just make sure that y'all familiarize yourself with that. And then once you have looked through that and you feel comfortable that you've looked at all of that, go ahead and check it off. Okay. So the next 4 here, this is saying to list 7 freebies, 7 extras, 7 snacks, and 7 meal replacements on that worksheet. Y'all know which worksheet I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Okay, now if you don't have the worksheet printed out, you can just do it on paper. That's totally fine. But you want to familiarize yourself with freebies, extra snacks, and meal replacements, because we like things that are easy. And if you are the type person who would do really, really well with having some things like, I need to buy a box of bars just because it'll make it so easy, figure out which ones that you like and just set it into your calendar to order them each time. So that'll make your life easier. But let's read what this says. Freebies are just that. You can eat these items freely whenever you are hungry throughout the day. Most of your whole food category 2 vegetables are freebies. Check the list and our recipe library. So we're going to look at that. But I do want to let you know, freebies that are vegetables, the category 2 fibrous carb vegetables, if they have been cooked in MCT oil, they're not a freebie anymore. And the reason I say that is because let's say that one night for dinner, you cooked some chicken and broccoli, and you cooked the broccoli and the chicken both in some MCT oil, and then you didn't eat all of the broccoli, and then it's sitting there in your refrigerator. Thank you, Jerry. It's sitting there in the refrigerator and you think, oh, those are a freebie. I'll just have that as a freebie. Well, it's only a freebie if it didn't have MCT oil on it. So, because that makes it not a freebie anymore. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're looking at freebies. So this link right here is going to take us to some freebies. Now, even though it said that you could eat freebies as you know, anytime you need them, we still want to remember that we are trying to stop grazing. Okay, so we want to try to stop grazing, but you use these in those moments where you need something and you want to have a perfect day, and they are truly a freebie. So you can see that I've hearted some freebies. So any 0 calorie, I'm gonna heart that. I like 0 calorie sweetener, but 0 to 5 calorie beverages, any brand of 0 to 5 calorie beverages are a freebie. They are a freebie. And so I've hearted that. And then acorn squash, that's a freebie. But let's look right there at this one. This is AHS chicken bouillon. This one is extremely popular because it tastes sort of like egg drop soup. And let's say that you are a person who likes the savory, you like the more savory rather than sweet, then this would be so good. I drink this occasionally at night when I have already had everything I'm going to eat for the day. And Shibby Shop Sherry, what would you like to say about this AHS chicken bouillon?
Go.
Okay, that is my all-time favorite freebie. It just, you just need a little something, but it's warm and it's savory and it's a freebie. I mean, it's absolutely has saved my days many, many times. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And this is it's one of those things where you also feel like you're eating something too. I mean, although you can sit there with the cup and you could just sip it. So it is a fibrous carb and it's a freebie. So if you are using it as part of a combined meal, you would want to call it a category 2 fibrous carb. But if you're using it as a freebie, you've already had breakfast, lunch, dinner, extra snack, and you're like, whoa, I need something, then that's when you call it a freebie. Does that make sense to everybody, that we call things based on how we're using them? So if this is with a combined meal, this is a freebie. Excuse me, this is a category 2. But if it's just eaten alone by itself in a moment of, I got to have something, then you call it a freebie at that point. But we don't add freebies to meals. Sherry?
What makes this chicken broth different than other chicken broths?
It is extremely high fiber.
Okay, it's high fiber, so they've got something in it. Okay. Well, I use chicken broth, always the fat-free, to cook my vegetables like asparagus and stuff in. It gives it really good flavor,
That's totally fine.
like broccoli and that kind of thing. So this would probably be good for that.
Yeah, this has a lot of fiber in it, but yeah, that's totally fine as well. And this right here, you can click this green button and you could just get it straight from our store. And so I really like this. And it says right there, a freebie to flavor meals, Sherry.
Okay. It's good in stir fry then too.
Yes.
And it's a good base for chicken soup.
All right.
Good. I was looking at some of the chat here. Michelle Harper on Facebook, not Facebook, on the Zoom, she says, I use Mighty Muffin double chocolate to make brownies. That's a good idea. And then Landra says, so fresh asparagus is a freebie. What about canned asparagus or greens? Yeah, all category 2 fibrous carbs that are not cooked in MCT oil would be considered a freebie, Landra.
Right.
Yep.
It's great in salads too. Asparagus is really good right now in Indiana. I mean,
Yeah. And then we come down here, there's a couple of little recipes that also go along with that. And we'll close that one out. Okay, let me go back to my freebies list. So I had hearted that one because I really like that one. And then let me just read some of the others. Egg whites, all and any egg whites are a freebie. And look right here. These are a -3. They are a -3 on the weight loss meter. So that means they're excellent for as a freebie if you need it as a freebie. Oh, I was going back to something I said earlier. One thing that we don't do is we don't add freebies to meals, because if you're adding freebies are used for the purpose of a moment of weakness. That's why they're used. We don't just add them to meals because we are still combining our food properly and we are still portion controlling, correct? If you add a bunch of egg whites to it just because it's called a freebie, you have overeaten for that meal. Your stomach still has to make room for it at that time. And we are trying to put our stomach back at the right size. So we do not add freebies to meals. You can eat them in a moment of weakness. Now, you could have egg whites as category 1 lean protein because it is a category 1 lean protein. So you can eat it as part of your meal. You just don't think, oh, it's a freebie, let me just add it.
so does that just mean one egg white is all you can have?
Well, egg whites, I mean, honestly, if it's a freebie, you could eat as many as you wanted to because it's a freebie. But I just like to say what you want to do is just always remember that you are trying to stop grazing. And so people tend to use freebies more in the beginning when they're trying to, leave their old lifestyle and come into this new lifestyle. They'll use freebies more in the beginning. But as for egg whites themselves, like if you're making an egg white omelet, I might do 3 servings, of egg whites, or to make myself like an egg white omelet with some approved spinach and cheese, that type of thing. Let's scroll down. There's beef bouillon. It's a freebie. I really like bell peppers myself. I don't like the green bell peppers, but I like all the colored ones. And so I've got bell peppers marked. That was a good one for me in the beginning. Bell peppers are also really good to dip in cheese dip. Let's say, because we're going to get to extras in just a second, and you could actually have a 1/4 cup of approved cheese dip as an extra, and then you could eat some bell peppers with it as a freebie and have an approved little something a little extra. That's what I say about an extra. It's a something little extra. Let's scroll.
I'm sorry. I was eating bell peppers with my sandwich. Would that be okay?
That would be perfect. Now, what you would call that, Laura, is you would call it a category 2 fibrous carb at that point. Okay, because you were eating it as part of your combined meal, right?
Yes.
So let's click on those bell peppers real quick. So when you click on these bell peppers, it's going to say that it's both. So it's a category 2 fibrous carb. It can be used as a freebie, and it's also in the gluten-free product category. You can have half a cup up to a cup in weight loss mode. Half a cup is best. We wouldn't really want to do more than that in weight loss mode when you're eating it with a meal. After you've eaten a meal, at least give yourself 30 minutes before you say, oh, I need a freebie. And, you know, because a lot of times, part of what we're doing, we've just been really enjoying what we were eating. And so even though we've finished eating, we still want the taste to come through our mouth. And if we finish what's on our plate already properly portioned, let's just tell our minds we're done for now. And then oftentimes 30 minutes later, you're not even thinking about it anymore. But you do have to say, okay, I'm gonna stop for now. Then if you eat it 30 minutes later, that's when you'd call it a freebie. During a meal, with a meal, a combined meal, it is a category 2 fibrous carb. And then there's other information about it right there that you can read. So I love the descriptions. Anything that I personally use very, very regularly, I had inspected every detail in this food library about it. So, so you can do that.
You know, I typed in bell pepper. I couldn't find it. I don't know why.
I don't know. Did you do? Okay, here's a tip. When you type in the search bar, if a space, I know this is going to sound really weird, but if you see a space at the end, like there's a space and then your cursor, scoot your cursor back right next to the last letter and try it again. I know it's weird, but it might.
Okay.
Sometimes that does that on my phone. I don't know how you were looking it up, but sometimes that does that on my phone. So there's a little tip for that. Let's kind of scroll down a little bit. Now, while we're going through this, I would love for y'all to be working on your 7, you know, kind of just be writing down your 7. Let's talk about carrots. Carrots, when they are cooked, are a category 3 energy carb and must be combined properly. So that would mean, y'all tell me, what would we combine that with?
You would, a category 1 and 2, right?
That's right. That's right. You could also do a 7. So, because a 7 is also a lean protein. So if you are cooking carrots, they then need to be combined with a lean protein, whether that comes from category 1 or category 7, and it needs to be eaten with a fibrous carb. So you would at least have 3 things on your plate right there. Now, where this is saying carrots, let's click on this. It says an energy carb, right? So we just talked about that. It also says it's a freebie. Well, let's scroll down. You can have a small condiment amount added to a recipe, or a small amount added to a recipe as a condiment, a quarter cup as a category 3 side, or let's read this very carefully. You can have raw baby carrots as a freebie in between meals if you get hungry. It is best not to have more than 1 cup when you are having them as a freebie between meals. So it's kind of giving you a guideline there. So I just say a little palmful. Just enough to take the edge off. You're not trying to like have a meal, right? You're just wanting to take the edge off. So you can use it that way. So that one could be a freebie. Now, what I'm going to do next in this freebie category, after it generates the list, is, do you see right here on the weight loss meter? I'm going to take this little ball and I'm going to slide this down and I'm going to see what freebies are best of the best. Remember, we like to look at best of the best stuff. There's not nearly as much stuff to look through when you're looking for best of the best. So it's going to regenerate my list. It's going to take out all these 0 ones. 0, remember, is not going to help you, not going to hurt you. So we've got a lot of vegetables, category 2 vegetables listed. This one's interesting. It's skinny pasta. Let's look at that. Wow. Freebies can be used within reason still. Remember, your entire meal must fit underneath your hands. The reason that there's 2 notes there is this is a fibrous carb and it's a freebie. So if you're using it as a freebie, use it within reason. If you're using it as a category 2, remember it must fit underneath your 2 hands. I've never seen that one before. So those of you that are on here that are experienced members, because I see some of y'all on here, I'm going to pop off of this share real quick. We'll come back to this. So Sherry, what are your favorite freebies, Sherry, besides the AHS? We know that.
With Sherry Ditto.
Hey, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was meaning Sherry Ditto.
I have a hard time with the unmute button tonight. I love cucumbers. And then I like to put them in apple cider vinegar with some pepper. And that's really, really good. I eat a lot of cucumbers.
Awesome. Yeah, I like cucumbers a lot too. Now, the other thing that's really popular if you like something sweet is sugar-free Jell-O. You know, so it just kind of depends on what kind of freebie are you looking for. Are you looking for a sweet satisfaction? Are you looking for a savory? You know, this thing. So those are freebies. Now, I see Patty Bass on here too, and Michelle Harper. They are both experienced members. I would love to hear from them if they even utilize freebies. If you don't utilize freebies, please don't feel like you need to make one up. But I'd love to hear what they had to say. Well, Michelle's probably driving. Never mind. Michelle's driving. I'm not going to kill her. So Michelle, don't answer. Patty, are you driving?
She's muted.
She's muted. She may have come on here and walked away. Anyway, so y'all can see what I'm saying. We're just going to be reasonable with the freebies. Use them in a moment when you just have to have something, but there's a lot there. So you're going to want to just scroll through and see what kinds you like. So the goal in the fast track task is for you to find 7 that you think you would enjoy. And then what I would do is Michelle said sugar-free Jell-O. She typed it in the chat. And pickles. She also said pickles. Now it's obviously not the pickles that have sugar in them, but pickles that are sugar-free or dill pickles, but nothing with sugar in them.
So you could have a leafy green salad with all your vegetables like cauliflower and celery and that type of thing, and use a vinegar. They have that flavored vinegar. Could use that as a dressing on it, and it would be a freebie.
I would not call that a freebie.
Because?
I would call that a meal, because that's just too much. I mean, that's more like a meal size. And yeah, so I wouldn't just eat that as a freebie. You could, but see, the thing is, remember, we're still trying to just be very reasonable with everything. So I would call that a category 2 fibrous carb salad, Sherry, and I would eat it as a meal. Yeah. Okay. So
I was muted because I was in the bathroom. I didn't want to take y'all in there with me, but
Thank you for that.
Kim's calling me out, you know, and I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm like, oh my gosh, Kim, of all time.
Patty, we're live on Facebook.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's great. No, cucumbers would be my freebie. Now you know.
Good. Awesome. Kanan on Facebook says freebies for him are pickles and pepperoncini.
Yeah.
And then he says the pepperoncini makes him drink more water. Good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then Alicia Edwards on Facebook is saying mini dill pickles, sugar-free Jell-O, slices of cucumber, and mini bell peppers. Thank you, Alicia. Awesome. So those are some great options too. And if you like any of those, go ahead and write them down, because to complete this task, you at least want to find 7, okay, that you like. And once you've gotten 7 on your list, you can come check this box right here. Okay, so let's read this about an extra. So 1 extra per day is allowed, but it is not necessarily expedient. Just because something is allowed doesn't mean that it's required. Keep in mind that it is better to have an approved extra than give up a perfect day in a moment of mental weakness. It is still counted as a perfect day and you are still in EFB, baby. An extra doesn't quite make the cut as a freebie or snack. An extra is a quantified freebie. For example, you could have 1 cup of popcorn as an extra or 4 as a snack. Okay, so yeah, it's got a quantification on it. So what you want to do is you want to be aware of what you're using and how you're using it, and just not go over the amount that the food library says. The food library is the guide. You want to use that as your guide. So let's click on extras. One of the things that sometimes when we put things together and they taste so good, we want to keep eating them. So that's where we have to say, that's the amount that I'm eating, and then I'm stopping. We got to walk away from it at that point. So I'm going to set these extras, just so we have fewer to look at 0 to -3, because I don't want it to bring the list down too much. That way we're getting rid of any of the positive numbers. But right here, this is a very popular one. 1/4 cup of Olay Mexican cheese dip.
Ooh.
So let's click it. So it's an extra, 1/4 cup as an extra. So, and then this is extremely important to read. With veggies, it counts as an extra, and it's a 0 on the weight loss meter. So not going to help you, not going to hurt you. If it's with approved chips, it counts as an extra and a snack because the chips are the snack part. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to have a few chips and the cheese dip. That would be your extra and snack for the day. But you could do them together. That'd be all right. Now look at this. It's a +2 on the weight loss meter. So is this great for weight loss?
No.
Not really that great for weight loss. It'd probably be better for maintenance type things.
Eat it
So
with
it says you can
celery.
have what, Landra?
Eat it with celery.
Exactly. Eat it with celery. Yes, and Ken is saying Bonitos are good, tasty chips. Bonitos are really great, tasty chips and can be eaten with that. You can have 1/4 cup of this dip as an extra with category 2 veggies and so forth. So you'd want to just read that, all right? I'm going to move through this just a little bit faster because I just saw the time. But y'all can see what we're trying to do, right? You're just going to play in there, because the more you explore the food library, the more you will get. Now, I'm going to give you a tip about getting to the full food library. You want to open up the entire full food library, come over to Lap 7 and take this test. And that will open up the full food library to you. But just because you get the badge for taking that test does not mean you're finished with Fast Track. You've got to go back in and finish all of these. So let's click on, let's read the thing about snacks. 1 snack per day is allowed, but it is not necessarily expedient. Just because something is allowed doesn't mean that it's required. Keep in mind that it is better to have an approved snack than give up a perfect day in a moment of mental weakness. It is still counted as a perfect day and you are still in EFB. You can find hundreds of approved snacks listed here, and you can have it any time of day. So anytime. So let's just kind of look at this. A lot of people will save their snack to the evening. Maybe they want, the approved amount of Halo Top ice cream. Yeah, and Kanan on Facebook is saying when he started, he always set the meter to -1 and -1, -3. So this right here, 1 apple with 2 ounces of lifetime fat-free cheese would be considered a snack, but it's a +1. So, and I want to tell y'all about wheat Ritz crackers. People will see, oh, Ritz crackers, awesome. And then I have to tell them, they barely made the list. I would use them very sparingly. And you'll notice that they're a +1. So really that's better for maintenance too. All right. So this is where you really can get into using this weight loss meter and picking the best of the best. So you'll want to play around here in the snacks, and there's tons and tons and tons of snacks.
And Kim, can I say something?
Yes.
Ritz, those little Ritz crackers that are approved, and rub a little laughing cow on them, you know, it triggers me to want to eat more. So when people feel a trigger, they really need to write that trigger down and stay away from it, because the same with skinny pop popcorn, it just triggers. And so just because it's on the approved list or it's on the approved snack, it don't always mean it's right for you. So if it triggers you to want to graze or to hog trough or causing you to have a hard time, you probably need to stay away from it.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Thank you,
just
Patty.
You're welcome.
So, and then this very last one, these are meal replacements. Guess how I used to eat a meal replacement? As a snack. I don't know why it never triggered in my head. Oh, it's to replace a meal. But that is how it's to be used. Sometimes we just have to have people point things out to us, right? So where this says these meals are a perfect combination of fiber, protein, and carbs, etc., that make up a complete meal. In weight loss, it is best to use -2 and -3 meal replacements. So what I did was I set this link to directly be -2 and -3. So you don't even have to set the weight loss meter on this. I've already done it in the link.
Maybe.
I don't know, Michelle. I'd have to look and see. Michelle's asking if pretzel crisps are approved now. I said, I don't know. But see how this one's already set? I already had it preset for you to see the best of the best. And then you can just scroll down and start looking at things and just kind of skim them. And if it sounds like you'd like it, that's when you would want to open it up and look at it. This is one of the best things that you can buy. This is a Ultimate Muscle Protein. We call it Ultimate Muscle Protector. That's a big thing to us in Shibboleth, is to make sure that we get enough protein to protect our muscles while we are losing weight. I'm going to give that 5 stars since I noticed I hadn't rated that before. But this is the best shake on the market, and here's why. It has all of the essential amino acids in it and all of the unessential. So it's got all of your essential and non-essential. It's got them all, where most don't. And that's why this one is really important. So the shake is really good. And then look at all these different things, the ways to use I mean, there's just so many different ways to use Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over into our store, because like this right here could be purchased in our store. It could also be purchased on Amazon. But like I was saying last night, if you feel so inclined to support our ministry, then you'd buy it with the green button. But if you go up here to the store, we even put into the store, added it today, starter kit. And what the starter kit specifically for recipes. So if we go in here to the search bar, starter kit, there you go. Now, what are you going to find in this starter kit? Now, remember, anything that you purchase from Shibboleth, you get 20% off of as a member. So there's MCT oil, Carb Quick, and ghee butter. Did you take that picture, Sherry? No? Okay. Okay. We've got that.
Julie
And
took it.
did she? Oh, okay. But it was at the shop. Okay.
Yeah, we did it together.
Okay. I thought you had. And then, so what this is MCT, because that's important, right? And I'm going to tell you this. You can spend all the gas, energy, time, and effort that you want to shopping all around all the stores, or you can just do this and it'll be at your house in a couple of days and you've got the best one that you can find, the MCT oil for sure. There's Carb Quick, which is used in lots and lots of recipes. And then there's ghee butter, which is also used in a lot of recipes. So that's why this one is called the recipe starter kit, because you know how those things that you just need to have in your pantry, so that when you're looking at the recipe library, when you say, oh, I'd make that, but dang it, I don't have the Carb Quick. Oh, I'd make that, but I don't have the ghee butter. By the way, ghee butter does not need to be refrigerated. I found that out the hard way. Ghee butter, said on my ghee butter, refrigerate after opening. So guess what? This rule follower did. Refrigerated after opening. And so when I went to do a video, I thought that my little spoon was just going to slice so nicely through that. And it was like concrete. And everybody just was laughing. That was the funniest video because they just laughed at me so hard because I just couldn't get the ghee butter out of there. But anyway,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Is ghee butter no matter where you buy it, or is there a certain kind of ghee butter? I mean, is it all the same?
It's pretty much all the same. You just want to make sure that you don't buy any ghee butter that says plant-based, okay? Because there's some weird stuff out there, and we're not looking for plant-based ghee butter. We're looking for the ghee butter that came from a cow, okay? So that's what ghee butter is. So if you wanted to add that to your cart, you just go click add cart. So I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
Two of my daughters are dairy intolerant. Because the milk fats are cooked out, would they still be reactive to that?
I would say no, but I would look that up on Google and just make sure. But it should just be clarified butter, which is just the natural healthy fats. And I would think that they would be okay, but I am definitely not a doctor and wouldn't want to get them in any type of, problem. So yeah, I would look that up.
Okay.
Now, some other popular things, bio coffee. Isn't that right, Patty Bass? Bio coffee is very popular. It is the only alkaline coffee on the market. Alkaline things are good for us, okay? They are. Now, this bio coffee is also decaffeinated, so there's no caffeine in it. So, but it's got wheatgrass in it too, so it is very good for you. We consider it a superfood. So this bio coffee is really good. You can see how these are packets. You can just do one packet in water and have a coffee. You could take one packet of bio coffee and put it with 1 scoop of the Beverly Ump and mix that up and have a great meal replacement. So that's like a liquid meal replacement. Some people just do it because they like the taste of it. But bio coffee is extremely popular.
Put some ice in that, with that ump and that bio coffee, and you've got a nice little shake. Did it twice today. Yeah, as a meal replacement 2 times.
Patty.
It was okay. It was a meal replacement 2 times. I did the Beverly Wow Challenge today, Kim. It's okay.
Okay, y'all about to see me go on a smackdown with Patty. See, I mailed Patty some bio coffee one time, and now I know I need to not mail that to her anymore. She's like a bio coffee addict. But but it is good. But it is good for you too. But again, just with anything that we talk about, you want to use it in an approved, appropriate way. There's a lot of ways to use this bio coffee. One of them is an extra. Up to 3 would be a meal replacement, I think, is one, or you can put 1 with a scoop of the approved shake. There's different things. So in this lifestyle, I just want you to know you're going to try lots and lots of things. And there's going to be some things that you like and some things that you don't like. And then I would say that if you don't like some things in the beginning, to please go back and try them again later, because tastes change. And as you're editing what you're eating, you might find that you like something else. Okay, these are those carbonara noodles right there that we talked about last night. But if you're looking for some high protein pasta, anything that has AHS on it means that it is specifically made for weight loss. So if you went into the search bar up here and put in AHS, it would bring up the AHS products. All the AHS products are specifically made for weight loss. And we need to have them separate this right here, but that's that chicken bouillon. Do you see how S in the system got connected, but that's the chicken bouillon right there. These pancakes are delicious. These are high protein pancakes. I make them all the time, and then I use the Log Cabin sugar-free syrup on top. I don't even need any butter if I'm using syrup. I really can't taste it while I'm eating syrup, but if you wanted to, you could do, I can't believe it's not butter spray. You could even do a tablespoon of the Brummel and Brown yogurt butter as a condiment, as long as you don't plan on using too much sugar-free syrup, because you want to keep any condiments less than 50 calories, typically on a combined meal. But how many of us are not going to have either syrup or butter on their pancakes? So, and then there's even a video. There's little videos just all throughout this. Each package makes about 4 pancakes, and I do 2 packages, and it's a nice little stack. Looks like a stack of pancakes.
You get hungry when you eat those? Like eggs stay with you. Does this stay with you because it has protein in it?
Yes, yes. These super high protein products have, like, they have stick-to-itiveness. Okay, so let's look at something else. Hemp bars. These things, Patty Bass, Patty likes, she can't have any hemp bars at her house anymore either. Okay, but hemp bars.
No, I can't do hemp bars no more. That's the truth. No.
So what she's saying is right. If you find something that triggers you, you don't have it at home anymore. For example, I don't take Bonitos home. But what I like chips, but I'll take the Quest chips that are properly portioned. See, Bonitos come in the bigger bag, and you're supposed to pull out 13 and eat 13. Once the bag is open, it needs to be finished. And no, I'm kidding, in my mind. So that's something that I've learned, and I don't take it home. I also don't take home the Little Man Luke Jeffrey squares, because that's a holiday. But anyway, let's look at these hemp bars real quick. I like the almond ones. We're going to click here because these things are very good for you, and they also hold you for a very long time. It's a 12-inch bar. You cut it at 4 inches and at 8 inches, and then you have 3 meals. So then I'll pop out and eat 1/3. The little container that it comes in just clicks back on, and then I just put it back on the counter, or either in the pantry. I just put it away. So the next day I eat another one. So I'll eat it. Once I open one, I'll eat it 3 mornings in a row. And then I'll do something else on the 4th morning. You know, it's a cycle of everything that we do. If you wanted to eat this as a snack by chance, 1/6 of it, a sixth of it would be a snack. But these things are amazing. They have hemp seeds in there, a dark German chocolate. And if you like fruit or dried fruit, this is a great way to get some fruit in. And I like nuts a lot. This is a great way for me to get the nuts in. Oh, thank you, Travis. Thank you. I see you on there. And Alicia says, I am the same way with Halo Top. She prefers the bars, the Halo Top bars, because they're already portioned. So anything that you find, I don't stop eating that. Either don't bring it to the house or get the version that's portioned out. Because I do like chips. I just liked the pre-portioned chips. So I'm going to show you something else I really like too. And then we'll hop off. But that starter kit can help. And I actually want to show 2 more things. Power Crunch. The Power Crunch bars are really good. Now, they are a meal replacement, but look at all of these flavors. And my absolute favorite flavor is salted caramel. It's delicious. But if you're looking for something that tastes like the Nutty Buddy bar, that would be the peanut butter fudge one. If you're looking for something that tastes like Girl Scout Thin Mints, it's this mint chocolate one. Tastes just like a Girl Scout Thin Mint. So there's all kinds of Power Crunch bars. And if you'll notice, the difference is this is a full box of them. And this is 3 bars. Okay, so if you just want to get 3 bars, or if you know, like me, I just buy a whole box of salted caramel. I just buy it by the box. But if I just wanted to try a few, you can just try them at the 3 bar selection there. And I'm going to show you what I ate about 20 of in my first 20 days. Mighty Muffin. Anybody had a Mighty Muffin yet? Okay. Okay, Landra and Sherry. Okay, and Angela. All right, so Mighty Muffins. So the thing about a Mighty Muffin is, in the beginning, I needed to know what I could eat, that I liked the taste of it. It kept me satisfied, and it had all the protein in it that I needed, and it was easy. So these Mighty Muffins. Now, do I like every flavor of Mighty Muffin? No. But when you taste a Mighty Muffin and you don't like it, please keep trying it. These Mighty Muffins can be a good item for you, but you may not like every single flavor. This lemon cream right here tastes like Fruity Pebbles, especially when you get a little cream chip in the bite. It is so good. Now, Michelle is saying on the Zoom chat, says she did not like Mighty Muffins at first, but now she does, and she makes them in the Pampered Chef square pan like a muffin or brownie. She loves the Power Crunch bars, but she is reminding us all not to buy the pro version. The pro version of Power Crunch bars are not approved. And now she loves Mighty Muffins, and she needs a lemon cream one. You do. The lemon cream is so good. My other favorite one is blueberry and double chocolate. So those are the ones that I have found that I like. And people come in and, Sherry, what are some other popular flavors? She works at our store. What's some other popular?
Every single flavor we carry is popular.
And
I mean,
it
it
just
really
varies on each person.
Mm-hmm.
What's
But right
funny
now,
is,
it's the lemon cream right now.
yes.
Because that tastes like your grandmother's lemon pound cake.
Oh.
It is
It's
so
really good. But it's portion controlled, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only going to eat that one.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing
Yeah.
and it will keep you very satisfied. Look at how many grams of protein are right there. 20 grams of protein right there. And I'm going to show one more thing. I'm sorry. Oatmeal protein pie. I cannot go without showing the oatmeal protein pie. Vicki Davis gave me 2 key lime oatmeal protein pie. Actually, she gave me 3, and I gave one away to somebody else today. So I got that one today, Sherry. So oatmeal protein pies. So you can see that they're sold in boxes of 10. I buy them in boxes of 10. But if you wanted to just try a few, there's sets of 3 and there's sets of 5. All right. They don't just pick and choose, like 3. American pie sounds like it could be cherry or apple. It's actually blueberry. And it tastes like a blueberry muffin.
It's good.
Very good. I love the original one though. My favorite is this one, just the original. My second favorite is the double chocolate. And then I think I've had the key lime before, but now I get to try it because somebody gave me one. But this right here, that oatmeal protein pie goes in my purse every single day because I go to a lot of luncheons. I will have been at a luncheon every single day this week, Monday through Friday. And so on Monday, I had oatmeal protein pie. Wait, where was I? Yeah, on Monday I had oatmeal protein pie instead of what they were serving. On Tuesday, I had oatmeal protein pie. I brought home a box lunch. My husband took it to lunch for today. He told me how good that lunch was. So good, he got to eat it. I didn't need to eat it. On Wednesday, I had an oatmeal protein pie in my purse, but I ate salmon, a piece of shrimp, green beans, and their little side salad. So I was able to make an approved meal. It was also from a phenomenal restaurant in town. So I knew it would taste good. Do you know that I go to a lot of these luncheons and the food, hey Gina, the foods that they serve at these luncheons aren't even that good. So I'm going to save my calories for something I've enjoyed. And the reason I know eat the oatmeal protein pie, Kim, is because one time at an event, I got the chicken and the green beans and they were terrible. And by the end of that meal, I was so ticked off that I had not just eaten my oatmeal protein pie and enjoyed my lunch that I said, never again. I know who's serving and what is being served. I'll make a decision then. Today, I had an oatmeal protein pie. Now, tomorrow I'm going to Copeland's. So I don't know what they're serving. If they serve something approved and I like Copeland's, then I'll eat it approved. Usually they do. They do a salad, broccoli, and chicken. That's what I typically eat at Copeland's. But of course, I don't do their cheddar biscuits. I don't do those things because I want to treat my body right. So I hope that you've enjoyed tonight. Those of you who have found us on Facebook, and you might be wondering, what is this that I am watching? Just know it's the best lifestyle ever, absolutely ever. And what we're doing right now is we are teaching people how to use our website and how to make good decisions with foods in a way that control insulin so that we can not store new fat while we're trying to burn off the stuff we don't want. Okay.
Kim,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to give y'all another praise report. Today, they took me off 10 more units of my insulin. So now I'm up to 14 units off of my insulin and a pill gone. So
Awesome. Way to go, Laura. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if anybody's watching right now and you want to get in on what we've got, right now the special is 2 years for $59 or lifetime for $99. And you go to shibbolethdeals.com. shibbolethdeals.com. When you go to shibbolethdeals.com, it's going to ask you who referred you. Please put in the person's name, not just my friend. There's lots of friends. We got to put in a person's name, okay? So please share the Shibboleth lifestyle. We are doing our best to have this ministry go all across the world to help people who need it. I needed it. Do y'all need it? I mean, I needed it. I needed it. And I'm so thankful that I now have it in my hands. So that's my mission, is to share this with as many people as possible. So shibbolethdeals.com. If you would like to, you can hop on over to a webinar that Travis is doing right now and get some awesome motivation. If you're a member, remember the best way to do that is to go through the pink online webinars tab, register, and then click through your email, because if you spend at least 20 minutes in that Zoom room with whoever's doing the webinar, you get an increasing number on your badge, you know, our little digital badges and stuff. But if you're watching on Facebook, pop over to Travis Martin's Weight Loss Ministry and see what he has to say tonight. If it's him, I don't even know if it's him. I hope it's him. We'll go see. But bye, everybody. And tomorrow, let's see, Ken. Oh, okay. Ken is going to go watch Dr. J doing cereal. That's good. Good job, Ken. He's going to explain that and why you need the certain milks that you need. That is excellent. All right. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Make sure that you get registered for tomorrow night's 7:30 Fast Track. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Find me on the Shibby Show in the morning, too.
bye-bye.
Bye.